Hi, Kelly Eckholt here to update you with the key events of the week. So this week's big event was Budget 2024. And what we saw in the budget was the government largely stuck to its plans to cut taxes and engage in spending initiatives, in line with what it promised in the election campaign last year. But at the same time, the economy has been weaker and tax revenues have been lower, and as a result there's a bit less money in the kitty. So hence the government is having to borrow a little bit more than it had previously advertised, around about $12 billion over the next 5 years. The tax cuts themselves are coming in at the advertised $20 a week maximum, and they're going to come from the end of July. So we'll be looking out from then to see signs of an improvement in the retail sector as potentially people look to spend those funds. The path to surplus is still quite long. That wafer-thin surplus that was previously advertised in 2027 is now a surplus in 2028. And that's reliant on growth picking up in coming years to over 3%, as well as ongoing fiscal restraint in line with the sort of restraint that we've seen this year. The Reserve Bank, we think, overall is probably going to be a little bit disappointed with this budget. On Treasury's numbers, basically it implies that fiscal policy is not really having a significant braking effect on the economy in the coming year. And so that means that the Reserve Bank is going to have to do more work with interest rates to try to bring down inflation. And that was the message that the Reserve Bank sent us last week in the monetary policy statement. But at the same time, we think the ratings agencies are not going to be very concerned about this budget. It's still the case that the fiscal situation is on a long path back to surplus, and they'll be happy with that. I'll be back to update you again next week.